Hello, everybody. Spider here, the Fight Card Podcast, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. My guest today, Kristopher Bubba Flores. Not so much, man. Where are you at today, bro?
I'm here at home, but I'm always busy, man. I'm here at home doing some stuff for the league, like always. If I'm not doing that, I'm decorating people's body. I'm a tattoo artist by trade, so I'm always pretty busy, man.
No, and I was gonna say every time I try to get a hold of you, man, I know we kind of play phone tag, because you're busy, and then you call me or you get a hold of me, and I'm busy. But thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time, bro. Now, of course, we're here about your promotion, man. This is for the Texas Cash Wrestling Coalition. You guys had one over the weekend, man. This was in Corpus Christi, and you guys definitely made some noise.
Yeah, man. We've got some footage that went out, and it's going viral. Multiple platforms. We finally got our 4K video cameras implemented into our show. We got our pay-per-view up and running. So, we're starting to raise eyebrows. There's a few coaches out there. One of them was on your show, Cody. He's a Hall of Famer. He mentioned how they like our format for preparing their MMA fighters in between fights, for their training camps. And I think we're doing good things to revitalize and rebirth the sport of hook wrestling.
No doubt, man. And earlier, I was able to ask you a few questions. Now, you are a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is under Carlos Machado, Professor Carlos Machado. And because of you're a Jiu-Jitsu guy, yeah, yes, sir. You're a Jiu-Jitsu guy, but yeah, you're doing cash wrestling, man. How does that work?
I'm also a we have a sort of a ranking system in our hook wrestling affiliation, and I would be called a shooter. And I am a hook wrestler under Michael Rosales. He owns the Texas Catch Club, which is actually where the TCWC got its birth, per se. Him and I thought up the league. I came up with the format, and him and I are the founders. My catch wrestling coach, Mike Rosales. So that's I guess that kind of also kind of tells you my style. I got hook wrestling amalgamated with a little bit of Carlos Machado jiu-jitsu, and my professor Ray Anthony Flores, he's up in Phoenix. He runs the Carlos Machado Phoenix. Shout out to you, my bro. And then I also had the privilege to train right under Carlos, and my professor was the HQ professor right under Carlos for a while. So I had the privilege of getting my tutelage right under the fountain, and I'm gracious for that. And then also with the hook wrestling, yeah, we had our first show in Corpus this weekend. It wasn't our first show. This was TCWC 5, but it was our first one in Corpus. It was great, man. We had a great showing. The atmosphere was great. Even some of my athletes were even saying, "Hey, man, this is the most fun I've had at a competition." They're like other comps. Everybody's walking around, all bowed up, booty all tight. You know what I mean? That you waste so much energy with all that, but that's a whole nother podcast. But no, yeah, it's funny that, and we had such a, I want to call it our homecoming, because we had such a, I live here in Chainsaw Country. I'm here in Travis County now, but I lived about 10 or 12 years down in Corpus Christi, and that's actually where I got my training with Mike and the Texas Catch Club. So I call this show our homecoming because, to be honest, TCWC wouldn't even be around if it wasn't for Texas Catch Wrestling Club, and that's where it all started, right there in the sparkling city by the sea.
No, definitely, man. And I know you guys had some last-minute changes when it came to the venue, man. What happened with that?
I think that what really happened was one of the venue owners had returned from vacation, and I guess there was like some sort of from one of the winter storms. I guess there was extensive damage or rotting to like a deck. And not only that, a cold front was supposed to come in. My fiance, thank God, kind of told me, "Hey, babe, it's going to be freezing out there. It's going to be out there. You boys are going to be out there trying to wrestle." So my brother and I and Mike Rosales, we just made a last minute or last week decision to go ahead and switch the venue up for not only for liability, we wanted our customers to be comfortable at our show.
Right.
So we went ahead and made that change. We hit the radio. We had signs. I think we even had an attendant out there to make sure people got directed to the proper venue. And the venue that we did use was beautiful. It was beautiful.
No, I mean, I was able to attend one of your events that happened in New Braunfels, man. And one of the things that I liked about it, and I had brought it up to Cody Hofstadter when they were here, was that you guys made it fun. It gave me that whole, WWE type of feel with the twist. The fact that it is submission wrestling inside a cage, I thought that was phenomenal, man. I mean, that's a brilliant idea because now the guys can't go off the mat and they got to start over and do all that. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, man. And one of the rules that you guys allow on this or actually enforce is slamming, and that's what happened at this one venue.
Yeah, we had our first TKO slam. We had a TKO slam, first one in TCWC history. He got a bonus. He got slam of the night. That was Andrew Cannibal Carvajal. Sorry, he's one of our 145 champs. He's our 145 champ at TCWC. Exciting. He's undefeated in our league. He's exciting to watch. That whole match was great. He was faced with a WEC veteran. Also, he's a real life, well, not real life. He plays a super villain on TV, Edward Tomaselli. You've probably seen him on Breaking Bad. What's the vampire movie? Dusk Till Dawn. Felon. He's a really, really talented actor. He's also one of our league refs. But no, that was a great match between two great wrestlers. I'm excited to see the Cannibal prosper, and I'm excited to see what Edward Tomaselli is going to do in our league.
Oh, definitely, man. I know throughout the venue, like I mentioned, the one in New Braunfels especially, man, the fact that you guys have the walkout, you guys have the lights, you guys have the smoke. I mean, you literally made it entertaining to where not just for the fans, but for those participating also, because they're looking forward to it. Like you said, it's not boring, but they get to go out there and express themselves, man.
Right. Well, we're people, and I nothing against any other name
Right.
or nothing against any other promotion. Yeah, it's kind of robotic. The fighters check in, which it already feels like you're cattle. Fighters check in, they got to weigh in, they got to be here, they got to be there. So you literally feel like you're cattle or sheep being herd to shed. We're people, man. That these fighters are so colorful, man. They've got personalities just like anybody else. And like I said, it's almost like cattle. You show up, you check in, you chill out in the back, you warm up, you hit some pads, you do some pummeling, and then you walk out and you're expected to, I don't want to say conform, but you're expected to behave in a certain manner. We're people, we're fighters. We're just like everybody else. No, matter of fact, I was telling Aaron, next event, you guys get another. I need you guys to come out. You guys get a cage side table. I need y'all to cover that. Your coverage was great that last time. But no, I insist on our slogan is for fighters by fighters, and the other part of there are two things that were kind of the major factors in the birth of TCWC. Number one was the rebirth of submission hook wrestling. Right. Submission hook wrestling used to be America's pastime, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln won 300 matches. He's 300-0. Walked out on the lawn where they were having a tourney, and was like, "I'm the big buck around here." And I think he said, "I'm the big buck around this lick. And if any of you guys want to cut your horns, I'm right here." And you won't hear any of that because there's so many other things in mainstream that have become the new arena, have become the new circus. So number one was the rebirth and the rebirth of submission hook wrestling. We want to bring it back to life. And number two was mid-pandemic, people weren't putting on shows. People weren't putting on shows. My guys are out of work. You know, I got fighters that are doing stuff that, you know, the fighters already have to have an odd job. Fighters, I know so many fighters that they do drywall. I know fighters that, you know, they sell houses. I know fighters that have so many other, you know, revenue streams. You know, you kind of have to these days. But mid-pandemic, my boys weren't fighting. My guys weren't getting paid. I looked at my coach. I looked at Pops Rosales, and I looked at and I talked to my other coach, Professor Anthony Flores, Ray Anthony Flores, and I said, "Yeah, I'm opening this league. I'm putting these guys to work." I'm like, "It's you know, they did the same thing to us in the tattoo industry. They shut us down for 4 months. We marched, and we forced his hand, and we forced the governor's hand, and the next day he's like, "Okay, you guys can open." So I figured, you know what, my guys need to get to work. You know, they're getting fat. Nobody's putting on shows. So that's the birth of TCWC right there. The hook wrestling was dying, and my guys needed to get to work.
No, definitely, man. And you did just that, bro. And the fact that you're leading the charge because you are here in Texas, man. The next venue is going to be actually, you said it's going to be in Austin, right?
We have a gorgeous venue that we utilize here, 685 backyard. We'll either be doing that and maybe throwing up a nice big circus tent this time, or I was kind of toying with is it the Round Rock Sports Complex?
Right.
I really like that venue. My affiliate, he's also one of our athletes with the National Grappling League, Rico Tarbert. He uses it for the National Grappling League. The IBJJF also uses it, and every time I've been there, it's just a really nice facility. So we'll either be doing 685 with a nice circus tent, or possibly the Round Rock Sports Complex.
Oh, definitely. And one of the things, not that you bring up the circus tent, man, because even back in the day during the circuses, they used to travel the state, go cross country, and they had their wrestlers, they had their boxers, so they would put them against local guys, and that's kind of what this reminds me of, man.
That's funny you say that, because Texas Catch Wrestling Club is a carny style. We're a carny style hook wrestlers. So that's really awesome that you say that. So we come right from that. We come from the carnival, and they had the local guy and the guy from out. That's kind of what happened this weekend, man. I lost one of my. Well, actually, it's a regional title. It was vacant, so it wasn't one of mine that I owned. But yeah, Hightower, Joshua Hightower. You know the name. He came in from Florida, and he whooped your boy's butt, man. But he's a formidable. My face is probably still a little purple, man. You know what? I was happy that it was real hook wrestling going on, man. He was ripping at me and cross-facing me and face-locking me, man. It's almost like I'm getting my butt whooped, but we're showing the world what this really is. Yeah. You know? But no, man, he came in. He did a phenomenal job. He got some really great takedowns on me. I couldn't scramble. He started face locking me. He had a hook in, went to side saddle, inverted. He got a heel hook for the first fall. Second fall, we came out almost identical. He tried to go for the choke, tried to face lock me, tried to do all the jonesing, found out that wasn't going to happen. Inverted again, grabbed the toe hole, and then inverted dive. And I don't think I've ever tapped that many times in a match, but congratulations. We have a new Southeast champion, Joshua Hightower, very formidable and very worthy athlete, obviously. I think he hasn't lost his last 100 matches. He's like 101 now. So maybe I'll get that tattooed on me, bro. 101.
So, stand out, man. But man, I mean, the fact that you were able to participate yourself, is that something that you're looking forward to later, or would you rather stay out of it?
Well, I kind of got two big targets on my back. We came in TCWC 1, and my brother and Pops Rosales matched me with another formidable opponent, Ryan Sheehan. He's one of our Gi World champs. And we had already fought a few other. I don't know why these organizers love to pit us together. My brother, my fiance, like to say we put on a good grapple, and I admire that. Like the old boxers, the old boxing promoters. It wasn't about whose career or what. It wasn't about politics. It was about what you know because you're Latino. Los peleas bonitas, which what that means, what that translates to, the beautiful fights, the beautiful matches. So I would like to categorize me and Ryan as one of those, as two of those fighters. You're gonna get a pelea bonita. So TCWC 1, we came in. The Gi World champ had already slammed me probably 3 times. We were having a lighting issue. As a matter of fact, there's a running joke about that. I'm like, hey man, you see the inverted heel hook I got on the Gi World champ? They're like, no, the lights were out, but we got to see you get slammed a few times.
Oh man.
He didn't close his ashi. Ryan inverted for some leg locks, didn't close his ashi, threw his leg over. The inverted heel hook was right in my face, so I took advantage of it. That was a 205. I'd say TCWC 3 or 4. We did a 195. That's our cruiserweight. I was going to be matched with a Bellator veteran. He's a Bellator veteran. He's an XFC champ. He's a King of Combat veteran. Warren Stewart. I think you've had him in there before. He had like a kind of like a family emergency. Towards the end, had to pull off the card. We put Andre Kavanaugh in there, the prototype. He's also a Texas MMA vet. That fight went we kind of tussled. We did some stand-up. He shot in a little low. I sunk the guillotine and hit the deck and just started kind of pushing my hips forward. That was a tap there. So I ended up being able to snag the our 205 belt and our 195 belt. So if I step out now, I would have to bow out gracefully and probably give up my titles, and then they'd be vacant, and that would be great for the league. But I don't see that happening. I'd like to try to get some defense in, and once these boys come along that are capable and worthy to be in my league, then you know what we say in Texas, man. Come and take it.
Oh yeah, bro. And one of the things that you mentioned as far as veterans, you had 2 UFC veterans on your league already, and are you looking to bring more veterans from other promotions, man, like Bellator and so forth?
Definitely. We have Colton Smith is our 185 champ. We've got Roger the Silverback Narvaez. This past weekend, he solidified the interim heavyweight title against another Bellator vet in CJ Hancock. Amazing. They got fight of the night. They got a bonus for it. That was an amazing fight. All heart, man. All go. The whole match. All go. Just caliber, man. Caliber. And yeah, I want to bring on any from anywhere, man. Heck, Pride, UFC, One FC, Eagle, even active guys. If you're active and I'm not breaching your contract in a fight league, because my league is here. We're here to bring the art of hook wrestling back to life. And we're also here to build champions and groom them for bigger lights. So the last thing I want is to breach an active fighter at a bigger organization. The last thing I want is to breach their contract. But if we're not breaching your contract, if I'm not even going to say grappling anymore, TCWC is the most brutal submission hook wrestling format in the world. Take that to the bank and deposit that shit.
No, definitely, man. You see, and the fact that you mentioned hook wrestling, back when I first started here in San Antonio, man, with Mike Rangel, we used to do jiu-jitsu, like with the gi, but it was like a hard style. I used to look up to guys like Carl Gotch. I used to look up to all these hook wrestlers for drills, for training. And so because of that, I always tell people it was like hook wrestling that we did with the gi. And that was basically what it was. It wasn't nice. And I used to go to seminars like throughout Texas, and every instructor that a seminar that I ever attended, everybody said that my style wasn't jiu-jitsu, bro. So
it's dirty jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
But I used to get the class.
I teach Carlos Machado jiu-jitsu on Mondays, and on Tuesdays we do our wrestling. We do our catch wrestling. I teach Texas Catch Club, Carney style, and my class goes from about 12 to 20 to 2 or 3. Yeah, it's definitely. It's not something that you're gonna build a stead of students. You're not gonna keep your lights on with hook wrestling. It's really just it's probably for 50% of your 1% of your killers. Okay, so if you're a gym owner and you want to put somebody on our card, take not your whole school, okay? Don't take your whole congregation. Take your 1% of your killers. Half of that can hook wrestle. Or half of that would probably stick around. Half of that would probably come back to class. It's not for everybody.
No doubt, man. I was going to say this, bro, because you are under Professor Carlos Machado, man. I attended a seminar from him here in San Antonio back in 2004. I was able to roll with the guy, and by that I mean he just mutilated me. I mean I did no offense, no defense, but I was doing handstand guard passes. I did I was all over the place, man. After he rolled me around and got me wherever he tapped me out. He said 2 things. He said, "Man, this ain't capoeira, man," and the other one he said, "Hey, you're like a spider." And I kept that, bro. That's why I got my nickname, bro.
Okay.
And because of that, he didn't give it to me, but he said that, and I said, man, I'm gonna run with it, bro.
You ran with it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and so that's why.
One of our, I want to say my second instructor camp with Maestro Carlos. It was literally the beginning of the camp. The first thing that we stretched, and he says, "Okay, pick a partner and do a roll," and that's the warm up. And Master Carlos comes right up to me, So I'm like, "Oh man, I'm happy." Well, here I am, this catch wrestler, Sambo champ. I think that I can smash, right? I'm like, so hey, I'm top side, and I'm doing my thing, side control, transition, north south, blah blah blah. The roll ends, and Master Carlos tell me, "Feel like body massage, Chris. Feel like body massage."
Oh man, hey man, you gotta love it though, man. Because I mean, just the fact that I got to roll on the mat with the guy one time, that's enough, man. But I mean, it was a privilege, and I mean, hoping to see him again, not on the mat because he'll probably kill me next time. But I'd love to see the guy again, man.
That man is the humblest human being I've ever met.
Yes, sir. And my man, I'm gonna cut this short. And it was a little bit long, but I just wanted to plug you in. We're gonna do a recap before your next event to plug in the date, the time, the competitors. But is there any? Well, actually, you know what? Congratulations to you and your fiance, first off.
Thank you.
And I know you guys
took the title, but I went home with the prize.
There you go, man. There you go, man. And so congratulations to you both. And we're gonna plug you in again, man. We're gonna bring you up, like I said, as soon as closer to fight night or competition night, man. We'll bring you back in, and we'll go over everything as far as date, time, competitors you're gonna bring on there, and we'll definitely be there next time, bro.
Yeah, let me know. I can get my brother, the VP, and the other founder, my coach, Pops Rosales.
Oh yes, sir. By all means, man. I'll definitely get them in there. I'll get them in here and get something going.
Okay, my brother.
All right, brother. Till next time, man. Actually, real quick, I got one more.
Shoot.
One more quick. Plug in your hat company, man, because I wanted to get info on that real quick.
Okay, I got one right here. Give me a minute.
Sir.
That's a real hat right there, folks. It'll hold water. It'll keep you dry. All right. Bubba Brim Code, 210 Western weight. Okay. It should not flop. It should not flop. It should smack down. All right. Hit me up on my IG at Blindsider Chief, and we could get you custom order. We do it any shape. We can even distress it if you like. I do custom stuff. Let us know. Bubba Brimco.
Yes,
If
sir.
it
And I
ain't
will.
Bubba or bust.
There you go, man. There you go, brother. Hey, man, I will be in touch, brother. Till next time, man, we'll be in touch.
All right, brother.
Thank you.